Take a deep breath. Drop your awareness down into your womb space and allow yourself to land in this sacred space. Welcome back. You are listening to the Ghislain Maiden podcast. These are the conversations that rewire your relationship with power, where your pleasure becomes the pathway to undeniable influence, and your frequency, the vehicle that reshapes your reality. Let's get into today's episode. I want to invite you, as you start to think about all you're going to create for the year ahead and this new season that we're stepping into, to meet your growth edge. Your growth edge and your goals should equal parts terrify and excite you. If you're not feeling scared, you're not dreaming big enough. You're in your comfort zone, and that is where your potential goes to die. Your growth edge is the point of expansion. And whenever we're doing any visioning, any goal setting work, if we're not standing on this edge, we're playing small. And so your growth edge is the intersection of desire and discomfort. It will equal parts excite and terrify you. That anxiety in your chest is data that you have arrived. That is your point of expansion. Your desire will pull you forward. That is your heart and your soul knowing that you are here for more. The intersection of your growth edge, your discomfort, is your body and your nervous system recalibrating to your expansion. Your body and your nervous system, if you're pushing yourself or stretching yourself, will feel deeply uncomfortable. So that tightness in your body, that anxiety, the limiting beliefs that come up, the doubt, instead of allowing them to be the things that hold you back, can you allow them to be the things that push you forward? Because for you to create this epic life, for you to lead unapologetically, is going to require you to master your growth edge and to expand your capacity, your energetic frequency, your body and your nervous system when you're at that sacred intersection. You see, discomfort is not a red flag. It's data that you're expanding. And the problem is when most people start to feel anxious, they begin to wobble. When the timeline that's playing out for them through expanding from your growth edge no longer becomes available because they're not able to hold the energetic frequency that your next level requires. And so you will know you're at your growth edge when doubt starts to creep up, when it feels stretchy, expansive, when your limiting beliefs start to come up, when your body goes, oh, I'm terrified of that. Welcome, you have arrived. Your job in this moment is not to wobble, not to give up, not to go back to the death zone of your safety net, but to regulate and calibrate to your new level of expansion. When I booked my first retreat, I had no one in my world interested in coming to a retreat. But in my heart, my soul, and my energetic frequency was a deep knowing that I was meant to run this retreat. So without any evidence, I went to Indonesia. I found the perfect site. I came back. I did the sale page. I started promoting it. I booked the flights. And for 3 weeks, nobody signed on. Not a single person. Crickets. Now, it would have been very easily for me to wobble in this time, but I held the energetic frequency of success, of a successful retreat facilitator. And then bam, things changed. Now, that retreat changed my entire business. It brought in close to 100K of revenue the next year. And this didn't come from strategy. This came from energetic alignment, from me holding the frequency, and from me navigating the wobbles. And so allow your wobbles to be data that you're recalibrating to your next level. I want to give you a really beautiful framework that you can use to really make sure that you're stepping into the expansiveness that is available for you. So I want you to explore, what is that intersection for you? The intersection of desire and discomfort. Your body will retract. I know I've got there because my body goes, oh, that feels deeply uncomfortable. And then deep within me, there is a knowing that I have that desire. And instead of retreating when your body retracts, I want you to breathe deeply into it, to allow yourself to hold the discomfort, to not wobble, to not allow the limiting beliefs to come up, to not allow the doubt to creep in. Instead, to allow your breath to radiate confidence, calm, to embody, allow your whole energetic frequency to fill with the energetic resonance of your next level, of your growth edge, of the goal that you want to create. And then I want you to take massive, inspired action. Because the action you take is going to be the thing that catapults you forward. And then let's be real. What is going to set you up for success is consistency over intensity. It is so easy for people to be all in one moment, when the excitement's high, when the momentum's there, when you can feel it, you're visioning. What is going to set you up for success is, how do you stay there when it's not sexy? How do you become devoted to still taking action, still creating momentum when the evidence hasn't arrived yet, when things in your current reality are falling away? Because consistency is the key to mastery. And pick your D word: devotion, dedication. It doesn't matter. I want you to be so devoted or dedicated, whichever D word resonates with you, to allowing yourself to fulfill the goal that is your growth edge, that in those moments where the doubt, the fear, the anxiety, the, oh my God, this is so uncomfortable, I want to run away, creeps in, that you anchor down into the breath. You allow your breath to ground you, and you do it anyway, and allow it to be a little bit messy. Perfectionism will kill your dreams. Allow yourself to take that massive inspired action. When I looked at my goal setting and my visioning, and I'm just starting to do this for this year and this season, everything looked a little bit inevitable, right? The things that I'm visioning, the things that I'm planning are big, but there is this deep resonance within my soul that knows that that is meant for me, and that it's only a matter of time before that becomes my reality. It's not really a growth edge. It's expansive. because it's elevating my leadership, but I didn't have that, oh, this feels stretchy in my body. And so I asked myself, and this is something you can use if you haven't quite landed on that point of expansion, is where am I going to choose courage? What do I want in my life? What is my desire that actually scares me a little bit, that I'm too afraid to admit, but that I deeply want? And through this level of inquiry, personally for me, it became really bloody obvious what mine is. And that is that this year is the year that I'm calling in my partner. And that is going to require courage. That is a growth edge for me. And as soon as I claimed that, my body went, oh, but that feels stretchy and it feels vulnerable and I could get rejected and, you know, all the things that come up with this. So bam, I've landed in my growth edge. I'm standing at that point where my next timeline is coded, because the intersection of discomfort and desire is where your next timeline sits. That is the jump to you creating the reality that you desire. And so I knew calling in a partner is my growth edge for this year. Because to be completely honest with you, I'd rather get on a microphone and speak in front of 500 people. I don't find that scary at all. I find that fucking exciting, right? But I have a desire to be in sacred union, to have an epic relationship with someone who meets me. And that feels really fucking vulnerable, because for me to open up my heart space is kind of part of my life's work. It's something that I find really fucking hard, because for a long time I closed that up. But I know that there is an epic partner in the future that I am creating. And so that's my growth edge. And then I knew, because my body showed me, to follow my framework is, okay, what action am I going to take? And so every month I am setting myself the challenge of approaching someone that I don't know in real life, who I find interesting, whose energy I feel drawn to. And just because when you start to set these things up, the universe will provide you an opportunity to say, are you really committed to this? I was at the park with a friend on the weekend and we were chatting, we're having a beautiful time. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw and I felt this person walk past me. And I thought, oh, that person's really interesting. I like their energy. My friend's like, you should go up and talk to him. And I'm like, oh no, I definitely couldn't do that. She's like, you were just telling me that this is one of your goals. You kind of have to. And I'm like, oh, but I feel scared. It's uncomfortable. Like, what am I going to say? All of those things. Anyway, so after a little back and forth with her and the fuck ton of courage and anchoring down into my womb, I went up to this person who I've never met before and I introduced myself. And I had an amazing conversation. It was expansive and I felt energized after. And in doing that, I created safety in my nervous system and also said to the universe that I am a yes. So I want you to think, what is the thing that is expansive for you? Maybe it is increasing your visibility. Maybe it's launching a new offer. Maybe it's like me and it's setting out to find your partner. Maybe it's practicing more rest and delegating. I get a lot of my leaders that come to me and the thing that they're most resistant to is rest, and that's their growth edge. So what is the thing that you feel uncomfortable, but that there's also a knowing that you desire? That is your energetic sweet spot. And that is going to be the thing that sets your new timeline into reality. And so you can really start to calibrate, guide you through an energetic practice. So if you're in a car, I invite you to pause this and come back to it later. If you're in a space where you won't be disturbed, I want you to close down your eyes. Take one hand to your heart, one hand to your womb space, and take a deep inhale. And then exhale, let that one go out of the mouth. And starting to drop your awareness down through the body, just noticing if there's any pockets of tension, simply allowing them to be there. and then dropping down into your heart space. What is your desire? What does expansion in 2026 look like to you? The thing that is equal parts exciting and terrifying. And allow that knowing, that vision, that awareness to start to come forward. And notice if it's a little uncomfortable. And start to take a deep breath into that discomfort. Just allowing it to be there. And as you exhale, letting that breath go. And take another deep inhale, drop the awareness down into your womb space and feel yourself being safe. See yourself living as the version of yourself who's already created that reality. Whether it be the global speaking opportunities, the soulmate clients, the love, the health, the spaciousness you desire. Allow that vision to fill your body and allow that frequency to fill your entire being. And that timeline to start to land deeply into the energetic resonancy. And I want you to claim that reality now. Feel that golden light, that sense of empowerment, and feel your body and your energetic field start to expand with the knowing that this reality is already done. It's already waiting to manifest for you. And what is the first action you need to take to create this? And allow that resonance to drop down into the body and then say, it is done, it is done, it is done. And feel how grounded your growth edge now feels. So this little activation is something you can come back to anytime that you need to recalibrate your field. So Queen, if this episode activated something within you, that is a sign that you are ready to go deeper. That is your soul and your heart calling you towards your next level. And I invite you to join the Consciousness Collective. This is where we don't just teach quantum energetics, erotic leadership, embodiment. This is where you become the woman whose influence is undeniable, who imposter syndrome has dissolved, and who knows how to harness her energetic frequency to co-create her reality. The doors are now open for the woman who's ready to take empowered action and co-create an expansive reality. Because Queen, remember, your energetic frequency is your currency. And that is the thing that is co-creating your reality. So keep playing at your growth edge powerhouse, because this is how you master your energetic frequency to co-create your reality.